Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the Edge Files. I, of course, am Kaylee, and here with me I have Luigi Greenberg and the wonderful trucker Andy. How are you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm just peachy keen, a little under the weather. I may or may not disappear. We'll see how things go.
That'll be the mystery of the show.
Yeah, the mystery of the Edge Files is where the heck did Kaylee just go? I'm excited, though, because today we are going to be talking all about nerdy conventions, which are supposed to be like one of the safest places for nerds like us. I'm wondering if you guys have ever gone to anything like a Comic-Con or, any of these weirdo fests that we would all feel so comfortable at that are not Dabbleverse related.
Maybe.
Shockingly, no. I feel like I want to go to a Comic-Con or a Dragon Con or something like that, and I feel like I would have the best time ever, but I guess I haven't embraced my inner nerd enough. I've gone to
You're
a
ultra
boat
nerd?
show. A boat show? Have you ever been to something like an RV or car
boat
show?
show.
Yeah,
I'll admit-
my old man was a fisherman, so we used to go to the Dome Arena and look at all the new boats and shit, and it was boring as fuck. But
I'll admit a gun show is actually pretty fun if you
you're okay. Here you go.
Oh yes, there we go.
Oh,
That's what I was talking about. That's exactly what I meant.
Almost.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be... Oh, go ahead, Luigi. I'm
no,
sorry.
I was just say to be honest, yeah, I went to a science. I forget what it was marketed as, but it was essentially a Comic-Con where it was a lot of comic books, a lot of celebrities. Billy West was there. I remember that. That was cool. I got a picture of him, and Robert Patrick was there. The T-1000 was there. I remember that.
What year was this? How long ago was
Man, like 7 or 8 years ago, maybe.
this? Okay.
Something
So it
like
wasn't
that.
like fully deteriorated Robert Patrick, where he's a shell of himself.
No, it still was. I mean, I think he was born grizzled. It was a lot of toys, a lot of stuff like that, and I was just totally reveling in it. I'm a total nerd. That was my point of bringing that up. So yeah, I've really geeked out.
Well, then of course you know that all of these moments and these gatherings are supposed to be just fun for the fans, but often they turn into total chaos. So today we are going to be talking about an eyeball stabbing, a deaf man plowing into a crowd of zombies, a Magic the Gathering card heist, and a streamer breaking her back at TwitchCon. And we are going to be getting into all of these stories. There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff. Some of these stories you might have heard before. Some of them you probably have not. And Andy, I will mention, because you brought up Dragon Con, a lot of crazy things have happened at Dragon Con.
Nice.
We're not getting into any of those today because there's
Field trip.
Field trip. Yeah, I know.
Edge Files
I
field trip
feel
to
like-
Dragon Con.
I kind of feel like we have to. Where is that even located? I don't even know where it is.
I think they do it. They tours around. I think they hold them at different cities at different times. So
That makes
we
sense.
just have to find one that's in between us and all meet there in costume.
That is just the most nerdy of all the nerdies, I feel like.
Fill me in real quick. What is Dragon Con? I'm
It's
not familiar
just like
with that.
Comic-Con. It's more D&D centric, maybe, but a lot of people
Yeah,
play
it's
like
way nerdier than Comic-Con.
yeah.
I'm
Way
kidding. Got
nerdier. Donald is mentioning, don't forget to take Lenny. Yes, Lenny would very much enjoy all of the times over
Dragons.
at Dragon Con. He
Dragon
loves the
Con.
dragons. We are not talking about the brony orgies today, shockingly, I know. But Rob K is kind of picking up what we're putting down. So we're going to at least get into a little bit of Adriana at some point in the show today. And I did also see a super chat from the absolutely lovely Donna G. Thank you so much for the $5. She says, I feel like I missed so much today. Karmic broke up with Felicia. Who saw that coming? Have a great show, guys.
Did
It's
I hear
been a-
dragons? Did somebody say dragons?
Yes. You're perfect. Oh
What?
my God, no,
What?
it's Lenny.
Where's the dragons? Dragon to no guard. You see
Oh, good God.
my floppy gullet.
I
Do you
don't
have
like
your,
how good you are at that impression.
Do you have your kidney stone on hand?
I'm passing it now. Please do not pay me to lick it. I will not.
He needs to get that like set into a piece of jewelry, like
That
a
would be
ring
funny.
tower, and wear it to Dragon Con.
Or like get a dragon statue and it's the eyes.
Yeah. It's a precious stone. It's precious only to Kaylee.
Oh, hell yeah, it is. I will 100% lick that thing if I can keep it forever. We are also being
I'm
told
clipping that.
the Dragon Con is
to go
in
barf.
Atlanta. Thank you, Jenny. And thank you guys for pointing
Atlanta.
out
Okay,
Dragon Con
thank
is
you.
in Atlanta. Wonderful. We're getting more karmic chats here. I can't totally read that one. Karmicon.
Reserve your
Reserve your
for
chats now.
Karmicon.
We have no idea what will happen at that because next week everything could change. It's again been like Donna G said, it's been a crazy week in the Dabbleverse. Crazy. All right, let's start out. We're going to be starting out at Gen Con in 2023. So just a couple of years ago. It's August 2nd. This is in Indianapolis. And there is a vendor from a stand called Pastimes Comic and Games. And he realizes as he is loading into the convention that an entire pallet full of magic cards, which he was going to be displaying and selling at the convention, worth $300,000 is missing.
What?
Magic cards are absurd. So have either of you played Magic the Gathering?
No, I'm heterosexual.
That's a bridge too far for my nerdiness.
Oh no, I'm the nerdiest.
You've played Magic?
Yeah, I used to play Magic actually pretty seriously. And
Mhm.
I'll never admit that ever again.
Well,
Wow.
what's everybody's level of D&D experience?
Medium.
0.
0. Interesting.
I'm a total nerd. I will admit it. I love sci-fi. I love comic books. The one genre of nerdiness that I just can't get into is like sword and sorcery. I just can't. It's just not my bag.
I'll say that I burned out on it based on D&D when it was COVID. I did play a lot online for lack of other things to do, and I was a fan of Nerd Poker, which is a show of comedians, mainly Brian Posehn, most notably, and then also Blaine Capatch, who does a lot of comedy writing, who is fucking hilarious. And it was
I know Blaine Capatch. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, and what was the other guy? The big another really funny Steve Agee, if you know who Steve Agee is. Yeah. Steve Agee and Brian Posehn playing D&D is one of the fucking funniest things you'll ever hear. So based on that, I was like, oh, I want to, crack wise and play D&D. So we did that for a little while during COVID. And I grew to hate it.
My buddy KC,
as everyone does.
My buddy KC is actually a real Dungeons and Dragons nerd. Apparently, he played a lot. And I'm going to be doing an episode of Skeptical Robot soon about the Satanic Panic. And I actually have recruited him to explain Dungeons and Dragons because he was blamed for so much satanic imagery and everything. But anyway, I don't know. It's just not my thing. But I get it. Well, I respect it.
You guys are totally right because on this palette, it was almost exclusively Magic the Gathering cards, but there were also D&D books and other collectibles on this palette. So again, this palette's worth $300,000, but I do have to point out that a very good comment is being made, which is that the only game that is worth playing is Dr. Steve's Wet Brain.
Correct.
So don't forget to go over to dabblegames.myshopify.com and check that out. It is absolutely incredible. It might be sold out right now, but I think Dabble Dice is still available. So definitely make sure that you're checking that out. And Jeff, I'm sorry, Rumpled Trenchcoat Columbo podcast is coming in, also saying I had a red-white deck. Kaylee, don't let him razz ya. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Us nerds got a band together. So, okay, this palette goes missing. This palette goes completely missing. And again, this vendor is like, what the heck? Like a palette doesn't just walk away. Now, this is before the convention actually opened. So because of that, there's only so many people who are allowed in. It's just other vendors. So police discover footage just a few days later of two people very conspicuously stealing the pallet. So I'm going to just play a clip for you guys of the pallet getting stolen. It doesn't have any audio on it. It's just going to be, we're going to get to see kind of what it looks like. There's going to be some images, and these are all the security images from this theft. So you can see here two different people stealing this pallet full of crap. Full of wonderful collectibles. I'm sorry. So the thieves go from the convention into the connecting hotel. You can see them doing that here. And then they go into the hotel's garage, just casually taking these cards. They're riding in the elevator. They end up bringing the pallet back. They load the cards into a getaway car, which was later spotted on a video driving away from the venue with the magic cards sticking out of the back, and nobody noticed any of this.
Did they steal that floor jack too?
Yeah, great question. Okay, so the floor jack was just hanging out. It's just in the room right there. You could see it, obviously. And the pallet was on the floor jack. So it almost seems like this was just a crime of opportunity. The Gathering cards were just easy to snag, and so they snagged them. We're gonna find out, though. It probably wasn't entirely a crime of opportunity. There was probably a little bit of premeditation. They were successful at this theft, though. They got away, right? They got the magic cards.
How? This is like the most poorly executed theft I've ever seen.
And their
like
faces are on
Ryan
camera.
Balkan's stealing it.
Are on camera. Their faces are on camera. Everything is completely insane. The problem that they have now is that they need to offload all of the stuff that they just stole. So a lot of the time people don't think about, well, how am I going to actually make the money off of the things that I stole? You can't just go into any old pawn shop with crap like this because it's for nerds specifically, and pawn shops are like, we don't care about that. And it's a well-known theft at this point because it's $300,000 worth of materials. So
They need a Magic the Gathering fence.
Yes. They really truly do. So several weeks after the theft, a New York-based attorney calls the cops in Indianapolis. Please, dear Lord, no. And he says that he represents a client who recently purchased a huge amount of Magic the Gathering cards, D&D books, and other collectibles. And then he heard about on the news this pallet being stolen. And the person is worried that he has just bought all of this missing merchandise because he bought it from some very shady characters for only $4,000.
Okay, yeah.
So he's like, oh my God, I don't want to get in trouble. So because of this information, the cops are finally led to the capture of Thomas Dunbar and Andrew Juwami, I want to say is his last name.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a little peek at what they look like here. So this is Thomas and Andrew, the two thieves of the Magic the Gathering card malarkey.
Wait.
Is the word that I want.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said that no one... maybe I'm spoiling. Okay, I'll stop.
They hadn't gotten caught until this point. So this is what the thing that led the cops to them was this phone call from the attorney.
So they really sold a giant pallet for $4,000?
Yes.
They are nerds.
Yeah. Oh, nerds. And they got so caught. Okay. Can we just talk about, it's like Simon Pegg and I don't know.
Oh yeah. Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. It's what a weird, these are like the last two guys that I would think would be stealing Magic the Gathering card. I mean, I guess they
don't look the
dweeby,
type.
but
they certainly don't look the type.
They're so dweeby. So it turns out that they were actually vendors at the event, which is how they were able to be discovered. Because again, only so many people are actually in the room at this time. In addition to that, they are actually both very, very well known because they were the creators of a tabletop game, like an RPG style tower defense tabletop game called Castle Assault, which had previously been crowdfunded for over $33,000. So the people loved these guys so much. They were so beloved in the community that they were able to crowdfund this game in 2016 for $33,000.
So why are they torpedoing everything they have going on by stealing
I have no idea.
thousands of dollars of cards on camera?
It's completely crazy, right? It makes no sense whatsoever.
They didn't come back with some kind of explanation about why they did it. They just thought they could get some quick money.
As far as I can tell, neither of them has ever spoken publicly about this event.
Out of embarrassment.
They should. I assume that they're blacklisted from all of these events now, right? They can't
I have a
possibly be
story.
invited back.
I don't want to like interrupt your narrative.
No,
here,
go ahead.
Oh, okay. Because something similar happened to Carl and I when we were in our punk band Sluts, we had a jam space that was a collective warehouse floor full of rooms that all these dirty, shitty bands rehearsed in. And at one point, somebody smashed through the drywall of the room next door to ours and came in and stole all of our a lot of our equipment that was worth stealing, including a specific notable item that when the police started going around to pawn shops and on the police report, like the items that we reported, they got to a pawn shop where they noticed something that was unmistakably something that we reported, which was a porcelain wizard bong. And you would take the hat off and hit the bong, and they're like, "Oh, this is the wizard bong from the theft at the jam space. So all of this stuff is stolen. Who did you sell this stuff to?" And that's how they caught those guys. And I got a brand new amp based on that. So it was slightly more clever, a slightly more clever theft than what these guys did.
The worst thing I ever heard about happening in a jam space was a scorned ex-girlfriend going into a band's practice space and glitter bombing the whole place, which I feel like is almost worse than stealing your wizard bong. But I guess to each their own.
Which ex-boyfriend of yours was this? You did that too?
No. Oh my God. All right. So I mentioned that these two, Thomas and Andrew, it seems like this might have been a crime of opportunity, but it turns out that it probably was premeditated to some extent because, again, even though these two were very well known within the community, they actually registered for the event, for this convention, under fake names. Their fake names were Scott Fisher and Ashriel Lockhart, which is the weirdest. I don't know which one of those is weirder for a nerdy convention, but
yeah, that second one is definitely a D&D avatar.
Yes, yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
Do you guys remember the sketch on SNL, Goth Talk in the 90s? It was like Chris Kattan dressed up as a goth kid, and he's like, "I'm Cersei Nightshade." That's what those names remind me of.
Yes, it feels very much like that. Now, these two, they were charged with felony theft, and they faced 6 years in prison and $10,000 in fines. Thomas pleaded down to a lower level theft charge, and he got 2 years probation, had to pay restitution to both the president of the Pastime Games and the Wizards of the Coast, which is just a silly court order that I really enjoy. He also had to do some community service and write an apology letter. I could not find out what happened to Andrew. He was allegedly sentenced in July of 2025. I am guessing that he did not plead down because I couldn't find anything. But either way, this heist, which again happened at the 2023 Gen Con, led to the very best cosplay at the 2024 Gen Con, which this is so wonderful. And this is exactly the thing that, oh no, do I not have this picture? Oh boy.
Wait a minute. I don't think I got that year until just now. You said 2023 this was?
Yes.
I thought Magic the Gathering was something that was like from 30 years ago.
Oh, dude, people still
well,
play
it
to
also
this
is. That's when I started playing it.
Yeah. But people play it currently. I know people that I work with that are into it.
Adults?
And I ridicule them publicly on this podcast.
Like husbands and fathers?
No, they're women.
Oh yeah, because listening to the Dabbleverse stuff is so much cooler.
Yeah,
this is the same thing.
Playing Wet Brain and Dabble Dice.
Hey, listen.
I have nothing. I have nothing to respond with.
Well, I've completely messed this whole thing up because
that's okay because
I
have something that I want to share if you
please.
If we have time, and maybe that will help you find something that you're looking for. But this is another bit that I find very interesting on Instagram. It's living here on YouTube as well. It's called Divorced Dads, where they take the magic cards and apply them to your sad divorced life.
Oh no.
Have you heard of this at all? No. Okay, this guy's fucking awesome. Hang on.
All right, we're back again with another Divorced Dads. Let's see what we get. Oh, I already dinged the top of the card. CPAP machine. My bad knee. Table for one. Retirement plan. Okay, retirement plan's not bad. It used to be a scratch and sniff, like I said, and they kind of but they got rid of it because of all the lead.
Lottery cards.
Shed of Spiders. The Promised Land. Again, another good card, but the one you want is the one that has the jersey cut out. It's got like a little bit of that booty short fabric. Yeah.
I love that he's really committing to this bit.
All right, final card. Here we go. Come on. Please, for the love of God, give me the house. Come on. Holographic White Oakley. Okay, not bad, but I already have. It's going on eBay. That's what's happening with this. All right, we're back again with another.
Oh my God.
They're basically all like that, but it never gets old to me. I don't know. They have one
so
that
funny.
retirement plan where it's a bunch of empty Coors Light cans. Sounds familiar.
It's amazing. Unfortunately, this image file just does not want me to share it. So there was a great cosplay. It doesn't matter. Let's move on to our next story.
Well,
just
you can
tell us-
explain
so-
it. Was
Yeah,
it-
so they went as the two guys.
Yeah, it was so great. And they looked exactly like them. And they carried around a palette of Magic the Gathering cards. And they dressed up
That's
exactly like them. It was so good. It was absolutely amazing. So at least
fun.
people had a good sense of humor about it. I'm sure that the people who had the cards stolen from them had a little bit less of a sense of humor. But, such is the life, right?
I imagine
by the
that
sword.
there's got to be some financial wizard out there who thinks that there's probably some value in like Pokemon or Magic the Gathering cards for value and would take like funds of investor money.
Did anybody else see Matt Mead? I see Husey in the chat. Hey, when Scarlett pulled her tit out and then had Matt Mead on, and they were talking about their stockpile of Beanie Babies that Matt is trying to unload.
Things that have devalued.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
How many
I'm going to have
princess
you guys read a couple of super chats for a moment here. Is that okay if I put them up and I can have you read them?
Yes, of course.
Thank-
Let's take turns. Luigi, go ahead.
Psst, want to buy a Planeswalker? Wait, hold on. Let me start this over again. It's Rumble Trenchcoat, a Columbo podcast, for $2. Thank you. Psst, want to buy a Planeswalker roughshod mentor? This is some sort of nerd language that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's a deep
I'm
cut,
not
Rumble
fluent.
trench coat. Yeah. We don't speak that language over here. Jay Lorderer, $4.99. Love the show. Love you back, Jay Lorderer.
The Pink Captain, thank you for the $2.79 Canadian. People steal Warhammer models too. Uber nerd items. I'm sorry, I burped on that one. Uber nerd items.
Hey, and Husey Entertainment, member for 1 month.
What's up, UZ?
Hello, Husey. Hello. There he is. $2. Is it weird that I would buy those cards? No, it's not weird. It's weird if you keep them and play with them, though. You're not trying to steal them and fence them.
The Pink Captain, thank you for the $2.79. I've been playing D&D for 25 years. What is Warhammer?
Warhammer is the most infamous of the tabletop games. I've
it's
actually
more
never played
models.
I've never played Warhammer. Seriously, I've painted the figures a little bit, but I did used to play a whole bunch of X-Wing and Armada, which is basically the same thing but Star Wars themed. And now everybody knows what a giant nerd I am. So let's move on to this other super chat after that.
Yes, Husey Entertainment, £5. Scarlett's Milkers falling out was only half newsworthy because it was the first time it wasn't seen covered in canon custard in years.
Husey's always a class act.
Yes.
All
Hit the
right,
like
we are
button.
going to be going back now to 2014. We're going to San Diego Comic-Con now. And Matthew Paci, I think, Pokey, I don't know, along with his family, we're going to the convention. They're very excited. They're heading over to San Diego Comic-Con. However, one of the roads to get to the convention was actually blocked off for a previously scheduled zombie walk, where a big group of people would stagger around like zombies. This was very popular in 2014 at the time, Walking Dead, all that. And so all of these people, the entire road is blocked off, and he cannot get to where he wants to get to. And he's very frustrated.
Damn zombies.
So he starts laying on the horn. Yeah, it's true. The damn zombies would not let him get where he wanted to get. So the zombies are getting annoyed because he's laying on the horn, and the zombies don't like all this chutzpah that he's creating. And so they start banging on his car. So we're going to check out what the scene looks like before we find out what Matthew is going to do about this horribly, horribly inconvenient event for him. So you can see here, again, the zombie walk is happening on the street, and there's a bunch of cars that are blocked. You will see Matthew's car there. You can see it. It's kind of blocked by this little red awning thing, but you will
The
see
rickshaw.
it back up. The rickshaw, yes. There he is, moving, inching forward towards the crowd. Now, what would you guys do at this point? Like, what's the thing you just like... You realize that you're not going to be able to get through, right? It's
If
a
I'm
freaking
driving the
parade.
car or if I'm a zombie.
If you're driving the car,
Yeah. You maybe put it in reverse.
You might be
Yeah.
stuck.
you're not. You got to wait it out. You got to
Yeah.
wait it out.
Yeah.
That is not what Matthew decides to do. Matthew decides that after two zombies jump on his car, they're all banging on his car, being like, stop honking your horn, stop doing what you're doing. Two zombies jump on his hood, and he decides that the perfect response to that is, well, I'm going to floor it into this crowd. So we're going to get to watch the man plowing through a parade of zombies now.
Oh boy.
Goddamn
Wow.
nerds.
Yeah.
Those nerds got what they deserved.
Those zombies got what they deserved. You got to give them a headshot. It doesn't work to plow them over with your
Yeah, yeah.
car. What the heck?
Yeah, they went from fake zombies to real zombies.
Yeah, so he ran over multiple people, sending people flying, and one woman was reportedly bleeding and broke her arm. So we're going to get to see a different angle of the chaos and crash here.
Okay,
So again, you could see there.
This is
Go
a
ahead.
terrible situation, but the comic relief is that you can't tell real injuries because there's a lot of people with fake blood on them.
Well, I was
That
going to say, the level of costume and cosplay of these zombies stinks. It looks like a lot of people just had a aggressive barbecue lunch and they didn't clean up well enough. I'm not seeing a lot of great zombie costumes here.
Yeah. What
There was
losers?
there's when the camera moves over, there's one woman who's like, it looks like she's covered in blood, and I was shocked. I was like, oh, she's one of the zombies.
Yeah, she's one of the zombies. So yeah, again, you can kind of see here. This is one of the women that gets plowed over here. It's not a great day. It's not
When the
a great day.
the EMTs showed up and they started throwing people that were perfectly fine in the back of the ambulance and leaving because this
Who
was
actually needs help here?
just, yeah, it was
So
chaos.
there was only one person actually hurt.
There were multiple people who were hurt. One person reportedly broke her arm.
God,
And again,
what
there
a-
were lots
what a
of reports
moron.
of bleeding, but it is hard to tell who was
Yeah.
actually bleeding and who was not actually bleeding.
Please tell me this
There-
guy got caught.
It was so much chaos. So he drove for a few blocks and then he stopped because he probably had a big realization of what he had done, right? And so he gets detained by the cops. So I do have just a little bit of footage of him getting detained by the cops. Again, it's going to just be, you're going to get to see what he looks like here.
Yeah!
The crowd is very happy.
Wait a minute, those weren't real zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I was afraid for my life. I thought I was being swarmed by zombies.
That is actually one of his excuses.
Are you serious?
That's
What an
the car.
asshole.
There's some zombies. Looking very bewildered. The bewildered zombies. They're very silly.
What an asshole. Just
Yeah.
let people have
Yeah.
fun. Where-
So
what-
initially,
I
ahead.
would I'm sorry. I'm just bitching. I'd have been like, where do you have to go? Where do you have to go? What's so important right now? You have to go somewhere. Anyway.
Well, initially the cops were actually not even going to charge him. After the cops saw the video footage of what happened, they did end up charging him with a felony count of reckless driving.
Good.
Now, the reason that they weren't going to charge him initially is because it turns out that Matthew, the driver of the car, is deaf. Now, I would like to point out he's deaf, not blind, but 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So when he goes to court, he claims that he was super confused by the event. And the court has to make a decision about, was he actually confused because he's deaf? Or was he just being a dick and plowing through a crowd of zombies? And Andy, you hit the nail on the head. He claimed in court that he was afraid.
Don't you have to have your hearing in order to get a driver's license?
Apparently not.
I imagine you have to have your eyesight.
I really thought you had to have, like, hear it. Like, don't you?
I mean, the way that I drive around, I might as well be deaf. I have, like, Lamb of God turned up all the way, like, blasting, so now you have something to die for. So I can't hear what's happening around me.
Yeah.
You don't have to hear to drive.
Everybody is bringing up good questions here. Can somebody read that one for me?
Yeah. How did he know? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, is it, at Tater Salad 11:30. How did he know the goddamn horn was working?
Yeah. Noah Holliston, 3838. Are you going to charge a disabled man with serial killer glasses on?
Yeah. How could you possibly do that? It would be totally unfair. All right. Well, Andy did bring up, he said in court that he was afraid, but let's check out what else he had to say in court through an interpreter, because again, he is deaf.
Of the windshield, everything that was happening in the car, I just felt the car door open on the passenger side. My wife screamed because the back, there was, April was.
How'd she know? How do you know she screamed?
The door.
Visual idea. He was looking at her instead of looking at where he was driving.
And we panicked and we just went forward. A bump.
Also, I would like to point out, we didn't panic and we didn't just go forward. Matthew panicked and just went forward.
Yeah.
Was he talking about his wife?
Yes.
Of course he's going to try and blame his wife.
Yeah.
That's what a smart
clearly
person
her
does.
fault. Yeah.
A bump, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was the curb.
So yeah, he thought that he hit the curb. He didn't.
In the middle
he ran
of the
over
street.
A lady. Yeah. He drove shockingly straight for this incident. We have to agree, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind
but
of
shockingly
impressive.
straight in the middle of the street. What curb would there have been? Is my point.
He's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
He's pretty stupid. Anyway,
That woman-
he was found guilty.
Yeah, good.
No, it's fine. That woman that was on top of the hood of your car that is suddenly gone.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been her.
Now a speed bump.
He was found guilty and he faced up to 3 years in jail, but the judge was lenient, probably because he was deaf. He did show some remorse during the court hearing, but I think that the being deaf probably helped him out on this one. So he ended up getting sentenced to 3 years of probation, 60 days of home confinement, and 120 hours of community service.
I am
You think it was yes? No? Are we in support of that?
I don't even know. I mean, he just seems like a dick. He just seems like a total dick.
Yeah, handicapped people could be dicks too, everybody.
Yeah,
The more you know. Some of them are the biggest dicks.
Yeah.
All right, before we get into our next story, which is probably our most famous story, although not our most injury-filled, we are going to look at one more super chat, which I will have one of you guys read. Thank you.
C Kyle 12345. Thank you for the 199. Gay Carl. That's Carl. He follows me, calls me gay. He's blocked. Thank
He's
you,
the
Carl.
least
Thank you,
blocked,
Carl.
actually.
I know, I'm kidding. Thanks,
All right.
Carl.
We are going
not
to be
wrong.
heading into 2022 TwitchCon. Do either of you know, before I start talking about this, what incident we are going to be talking about?
I don't know.
I do not.
All right, I'm going to give you a couple more hints. So, Lenovo set up a gladiator-style game where streamers would battle each other on raised platforms with the intention of knocking each other off into a foam pit. Does that ring any bells? I'll be surprised if you guys don't know this one.
No, I work for a living.
Weird. All right,
No,
well,
I don't know any of these things ever. I've
Okay.
never heard about them.
Before we get into what actually happened here, I'm just going to show you a couple of little examples, well, at least one little example of what this gladiator style game looked like. One of the biggest battles that people were excited about, because again, this is TwitchCon. This is all the famous Twitch streamers. One of the biggest battles that everybody was super excited about was everybody's favorite person, Hassan Piker, battling XQC. So the two of them were duking it out. Let's just take a quick peek.
I don't know any of these words you're saying either. Like, not only do I not know this situation, I don't know any of these things.
You don't know
You are
Twitch.
not nearly as nerdy as I thought that you were.
I'm not.
This is what it looked like. So this is Hassan and XQC. I don't actually know who's who there. I have no idea.
Oh, that's what that was my first
that
question. Yeah, which one's Hassan?
I think they became friends again after that, though. They were like on again, off again a million times. Who really cares? But that was just kind of to give you an idea of what it looked like, what the scene was like. Now, the problem here was that Lenovo skimped out on the foam squares, which resulted in some very serious accidents. So let's talk about one person who got injured, and then we will talk about.
I do know this one.
Big injury.
I do know this story.
I knew you might.
I don't.
Right.
Does it involve a porn star?
It might involve.
Right. 'Cause we saw. All right.
I do know this one now.
At the top of the show, we saw that one. So.
All right. Well, let me show you. So there were multiple injuries because of this foam pit. Because again, it was totally inappropriate. So the first injury that we are going to talk about does not involve a porn star, although I suppose it's also possible that she did porn and I just don't know that. So this is Locke Vanessa, and she dislocated her knee and sprained her ankle as she jumped into the pit at the end of her battle. And you can see it in her face.
A lot of confidence from Orange.
So right here, you will see her
Congratulations.
right there. Yeah, she is in pain. So again, you can kind of see that the depth of this foam pit is very shallow just from watching her jump into that. And as you are already aware, this will really will result in a substantially worse injury, because during a live streamed face-off, Adriana Chekic was dueling streamer EdieBot, and Chekic, who you know is a porn star. She was also a Twitch streamer at the time.
I really should have acted. I really should have kept claiming ignorance.
Yeah, who's this? I've never heard of her
blowing
100 guys at a metal festival. I never heard
the anal queen of South Ohio. You've never heard?
Do you know what is so funny about this? When this first was getting reported, I was like, man, that's crazy. But obviously, like, I don't know many Twitch streamers. You know, I'm not going to know who this was. It wasn't until like 3 weeks after it happened that I finally saw a news article report her name. And I was like, oh, no, she's so great. And then I was like, oh, no, what have I said to anybody?
Yeah.
And there's something kind of ironic about this injury, too, if I remember correctly.
I still don't know what happened. So
we are going to learn everything. So Chekic wins the battle. And she jumps off the platform in excitement. She does like a full split. We're going to get to watch it. It is a little horrifying to watch, but that's why we are over here on the Edge Files. She is going to hit her tailbone and break her back in 2 places, requiring a metal rod to be inserted in order to stabilize her spine.
That's what I was going to say was ironic. She injured her ass.
Yeah. Would it be the first rod inserted into her ass?
Yeah.
But let's give it like a little bit of context. Is that if you've ever seen like one of these foam pits for falling, they are several feet deep, loaded with layers and layers, like a ball pit of these things in order to cushion the blow and to give you full range of motion when you hit it. You know, you should be able to stand up straight and still potentially have stuff over, the padding over your head, so it dissipates all of your, inertia or whatever you want to call it.
Poorly conceived
This thing was, if I remember correctly, less than 1 foot deep and only had one layer of the foam padding.
You will be able to see in this video how shallow it is.
Big Sim is sense of her own. You good? Great
There
victory
she-
there.
Oh. I can't get out.
I broke my ass.
Are you okay?
She's held down.
So you could see there,
Oh,
she
yeah.
initially starts moving forward, and which is shocking because again, she's just broken her back in 2 places. Let's watch it one more time here. So again, this is right after she defeated EdiBot, and she is jumping off the platform in excitement, and she jumps pretty darn high right onto that tailbone.
Big Sim is
I mean-
sense of her own.
Like there's maybe what I'm gonna guess, maybe like between her and the concrete ground, she landed on what's these like essentially a couple of t-shirts layers, of quote unquote protection. So
Yeah.
I mean, she's lucky that that's all, like that was the extent of her injuries. Like how
Yeah.
this was conceived to be a good idea is amazing.
No,
She was
it's completely
texting her
great.
roommate and she said, "My back's blown out." And she said, "Yeah, so what else is new? It's a fucking Tuesday, right?"
All right, let's finish this.
Did you mean your black? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I want to know.
Victory there.
So again, she comes to a point where she really truly cannot move.
Are you okay?
She's held down by the Biffle medic.
What you can't see
That's crazy.
is that one of those foam blocks is up her asshole and
I
got
think
stuck.
she wishes.
No, she's fine.
All right.
Oh, she's fine. Walk it off.
Get her out of the pit.
Landed on her tailbone.
Yeah.
Now she
This one employee is just slowly moving blocks, not knowing what to do.
lives in the pit now.
Wait, can you rewind it real quick? Because I think the blonde is like, "Yeah, she's fine," and somebody's like,
Oh, yeah.
no, she's got a broken back." And she's like,
All right.
really?
Make sure she's okay.
Well, no, she's on her
Get
knees,
out
which are the weakest part of her body right now.
of the pit.
Landed on
She is used to being on her knees, though.
Somebody laugh at that.
Now she lives in the pit now. I kind of think.
Yeah. So, yeah, she got real messed up.
Mhm.
Very, very messed up.
That's
Now,
fucked up.
she's given some updates about her injuries over the year because, again, she just still does Twitch streaming. She is no longer doing porn, at least as far as my research discovered. I might have gotten distracted by some other things along the way here. But let's see the aftermath.
I've
of her
researched this
surgery.
event very, very, very deeply,
Very
extensively. Yeah.
Especially
Very
the pre-injury, Adrian.
So we are going to get to see just a little bit of an update, the aftermath of her surgery, just a few months after TwitchCon happened. So this is kind of the first time that she's telling everybody what's been going on with her post-surgery, post-TwitchCon.
To a trauma hospital, and the trauma hospital had one of the leading neurosurgeon teams. So I had a team of 8 doctors that cared for me, and I was 4 days in the hospital before surgery just because they were prepping for nerve damage, a bunch of other stuff that could have went wrong or they couldn't tell.
Now, I just want to point out here, she looks quite nice. She's clearly done herself up, but you can see how incredibly stiff she is. And again, she will show off the injury in a moment. She also is, at this point, and still for years after this, wearing a back brace constantly.
Oh my god! Yeah,
From a CT.
I thought you were gonna say that she changed her gender and moved to Oregon and called the cops on Chad Zumach, but that could just as easily have happened. But
said
no,
there was
dressing
a
up
team,
as Bride of Chucky is good too.
Yeah.
She said there was a team of 8 doctors, but they worked on her 3 at a time.
Yes. Yes.
My MRI. I'm out of breath. If you can't tell, I'm already out of breath. I get out of breath holding my phone, everything. But they did an amazing job.
Holding a penis still a-okay.
The stitches were inside because I'm a model. So I was like, can you do anything to hide the stitches? So the scar doesn't look, and I'm growing my armpit hair out, so don't judge me. But the scar looks really.
Whoa.
So yeah, you can see the scar here, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now, again-
If it was white, it would look like every other day, right? It kind of looks like she got skeeted up.
Jeez. All from jumping onto her ass.
Yep. Yep. Now, I love that she describes there that she's a model. Again, I mentioned when this all was coming out, every single news outlet was like Twitch streamer, Twitch streamer, Twitch streamer. I was like, who? And then I finally realized, oh, Pornstar. Like that's where everybody knows her. I don't know how she's managed to rebrand herself that much. But apparently she has, because everybody just thinks she's a model.
Yeah, we did an episode about the Bop House, which is just OnlyFans girls on Instagram saying that they're creating content as roommates in the house, and that's just their mainstream personas before you pay for the champagne private room, and then it's OnlyFans for real. So that's the business model at this point for OnlyFans models.
Now, obviously,
don't ask me how I know so much about this, Luigi.
No, I know it all too.
Yeah.
Why am I so out of the loop?
Do your research.
Oh, damn it all.
Research.
I was too busy researching Adriana. God.
When you said she was going to
anyway.
show the injury, I thought she was going to show her asshole.
Don't worry, we'll hear about her asshole soon.
Oh, look, she has an axe wound as well.
She does. She requires a lot of aftercare after this injury. Unsurprisingly, right? She again has really struggled here.
I have to have 24-hour care, guys. So I can't bend down. I can't shower myself. I can't pick up anything over a pound. I started wiping my own ass and vagina last week.
And
we don't
everybody's so
we don't need
proud.
to hear about that. We can
which
skip
was
all
pretty
that.
nice.
So she's very proud of that. Now, you guys also brought up some really good points here. As a porn star, has she ever had any other work-related injuries?
It's just I know what her specialties are. I'm going to guess the answer is yes. There's a few injuries.
Yeah. Is pink eye an injury?
Let's find out. Let's find out if she's ever.
How can I
had
get
any
someone to
issues.
wipe my ass?
Yeah. Well, I think the answer is doing this specific variety of porn. Anyway, Adriana's work injuries.
I'm listening.
My butthole does not have any wear and tear from prolapsing. My butthole has no wear and tear from prolapsing because I want people to know that.
Very important information. I know.
It's on my LinkedIn profile.
The only injuries are to my back getting blown out from this jump. Now, a year after this injury, she talks about if she's ever going to return to the big screen or the small screen or wherever it is
ever been
exactly
on a big screen.
that wherever you're watching your porno, I guess.
So you also have to be prepared for what you can handle. Will I be able to handle seeing people say it's such a shame? Right? I know that I cannot. I've built my brand and I know that I will be upset if I see more of the masses talk about how I'm not performing the same way. Right?
I built my brand. We know what you're talking about.
She doesn't want to disappoint her fans. It's very noble. Very, very noble. No.
Nobody clipped that.
Her most recent updates were from just a couple of months ago. So 3 years after the incident. Again, this happened in 2022. And she reported on her feelings about the injury again.
My back injury, it's fully healed. Some days I have pain. It's always a work in progress. I'm super thankful to have everything that I do have and the ability that I do have. So thanks for caring, but I think I need to get something that says not to ask about it because I really want to move on from that injury.
So she is just trying to move on at this point. And I hope that she has the ability to do that.
She just could have been talking about like a 10-guy gangbang that she did. I've healed. I can kind of start moving. I want to get past this.
She did. I actually forgot. I forgot to play the saddest clip of this package, which I was going to play in the middle so that we could laugh about her butthole again, but I forgot to. So I'm going to play us out with this one other update.
I don't need to be motivated to laugh about her butthole.
Okay, good. Excellent. Before we move into our next injury at one of these nerd conventions, let's all get really, really sad about another revelation that Adriana brought up that happened at the time of her injury.
And also, like, I don't care, everyone's going to know, but I was pregnant and I didn't find out until I was in the hospital. So I also have like crazy hormones. I'm not pregnant anymore because of the surgery. I couldn't keep it. But my hormones are just also through the fucking roof because of that.
Now we know who constructed that ball pit. It was her baby daddy. I know how to handle this situation.
I don't even need to push you down a staircase. No hangers for you, baby.
Want to sign up for American Gladiators? Smart guy.
I do know a little bit about her, and I just can't help but think that, like, after every couple of sentences, it's just like, well, let me tell you about my injury, and the thing is that, I was pregnant at the time, and while my emotions were crazy, I was... That's all I think while she's talking.
She did describe, I did not include this clip, but as she's describing her no issues relating to prolapsing, she describes a butt plug this big is the size that she describes with her hands, and a pee-pee all inside of her at the same time.
I believe I once saw her with a lava lamp in her asshole. Yeah.
It sounds really dangerous.
That thing that they were hitting each other with? She brought that from home. Like, she owned that already.
That was hers.
Yeah.
So stupid. Now, as far as I can tell, she never actually filed any charges. She never sued anybody over this. I am guessing that there was a hefty settlement somewhere, because there's no way that there wouldn't have been. Again, the entire foam pit was put on by Lenovo. This was sponsored by TwitchCon. These are huge names. You have to assume that she made a lot of money on this.
Oh yeah,
as soon as her career saw that.
Yeah, as soon as Vince saw that video, he was calling her up saying, "I'll represent you."
All right, I'm gonna put up a couple more super chats, Andy, if you wouldn't mind reading some of these.
Yes. What is this? Atheist cocksucker.
That's from last night. That was the line that Karmic said. You atheist cocksucker.
$5. I forgot why my name is this, and I'm stuck with it for the next few weeks. Fun times.
Welcome, atheist cocksucker. Yeah. If you're who I think you are, you're gonna appreciate this.
Yeah.
Wait.
Rumble Trench Coat, a Columbo podcast, $2. She just wants to put that injury behind her. Yes.
Badoom.
That was for atheist cocksucker. If he is who I think he is.
Dabble Tonic, $5. Lucy Tightbox. There is an opening at the top of the hill now. Adriana is out. You already got the name. Do you have the skills?
No.
Not coming for the crown.
No. 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 I'm gonna get in a loop of doing that noise right now.
Come on, there's a Burger King crown waiting for you at the end of this. Once you become
and respect.
Yeah.
I think I once saw Adriana Chechik in an interview where she said that she considered herself not a porn star, but a sexual endurance athlete.
Have you ever seen?
You got
Have you ever scrolled right past because it's not sexy? The fight fucking thing where they try and like wrestle each other, where they try and like wrestle the dick into her. They try and eat each other out in the wrestling moves. I'm serious. Fuck fighting.
Go on.
Ruin your algorithm.
Fuck fighting.
I'm pretty sure that Adrian Chechik has a submission match porno.
Well, before the night is over, I will know for certain if she does.
I hate everything that just happened. I hate it so much. No, I'm not doing research on that. I'm not.
We're
doing
journalists.
That kind of research. Yeah. Good job, boys. Very good.
That might have just been a dream I had. I don't know.
She wrestled a 1996 Jenna Jameson.
All right, we're going to move on to our last crazy nerd convention story of the night. There have been so many crazy events.
Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Reverend Hamhead
What?
says Trucker Andy is correct. Fuck fighting is real.
I knew Hamhead would have my back on
Somebody knew. Somebody out there knew.
What a good man Hamhead is. Good job. Jesus. I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. I am totally lost because I'm thinking about fuck fighting now. Jesus Christ.
Stay tuned 2 weeks from now when it's my episode.
I was going to say next episode. Furry fuck fighting.
I don't like any of this. Anyway, to each their own. Whatever you're into, you're allowed to be into it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Comic-Con 2010 is the next topic that we're talking about. Again, these nerd conventions, they're supposed to be kind of like safe havens for people who are like us, who just enjoy doing nerdy things. It's the same way that I always feel really safe and comfortable at Dabbleverse events. This is supposed to be for all of these people to get together and share what they truly, truly love. But San Diego Comic-Con in 2010, that was quite the opposite of what happened there. Now, everybody at San Diego Comic-Con is arguably one of the biggest Comic-Cons that there is. And the most anticipated panel of the 2010 Comic-Con in San Diego was for the movie Paul. So there was going to be a big panel of guests who are all going to be talking about this star-studded film where Seth Rogen plays a stoned version of E.T. and goes on a road trip with two nerdy Brits who are some guys that Andy has been talking about a lot recently.
Yeah. Very familiar with Paul. It's Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. And
that is
underrated movie. I liked it. I thought it was good. Has Jason Bateman, Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader. I mean, that's like a who's who.
It really, truly, incredibly star-studded. Now, for anybody who hasn't seen Paul, I just pulled one very, very short clip of it because I just think it's interesting. So again, Seth Rogen is playing the alien here.
The phone down. Oh, fuck me.
So again, little clip of that movie just to kind of give you an idea of what people are so excited about. And this is peak Seth Rogen. I mean, this is like off the tail end of Pineapple Express, of Knocked Off. Everybody is so excited to go see this panel where Seth Rogen is going to be talking about his new movie, Paul. So everybody is trying to pile into the room and claim front row seats. They want to see Seth up close and personal, which I don't really get, but they do. So two people both try to get one front row seat, and this results into a big fight between the two of them. What would be your general response to that, Luigi? Like you want to sit in this seat, and then this other guy who's also a grown man wants to sit in the seat. How do you handle the situation?
At Comic-Con, the person who wants my seat probably smells bad and does not have good hygiene. So I would second guess whether or not I want to fight them. But then I remember also that the first rule of Fuck Fight Club is you don't talk about Fuck Fight Club. So I don't know. I'm going to guess two nerds started slap fighting and tickling each other.
Well, you are correct that there was a phallic-shaped object involved in this fight because one of the guys took out an ink pen and stabbed the other guy in the eyeball, which is quite precise if you ask me.
Jesus.
What?
Yes, that was his
That's so
response.
That's so embarrassing considering that movie's not worth losing an eye over.
It
It's
was
not worth
all for
fighting
Seth
over. I
Rogen.
don't give, yeah, even more so now in retrospect. Are you glad that you did that for Seth Rogen?
And now somebody has to walk around with a pirate eye patch and every day look at themselves in the mirror and think, Paul was the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I got to do that. Now, I do want to point out, people are bringing up that we should be telling Tony from Hack the Movies anytime there's an eye stabbing. I do truly wish that this had happened in his vicinity because he really hates the eyeball stuff. But unfortunately, Tony from Hack the Movies, I don't think was there. I suppose it's possible. Maybe this is where his origin of hating eyeball stuff came from. Who even knows? Now, this one was really hard to find clips of because, again, this is 2010. So even though at the conventions nowadays, people are just filming absolutely everything, this was a little bit before that became super normal. And in addition to that, everybody was going into Hall H where the event actually took place. So there's no actual footage of the stabbing, or if there is, it's only security footage that has never been leaked on the internet that I can find. I guess, again, such is the way of 2010. But we do have a little bit of footage of the cops escorting the attacker away. So we are going to get to see the attacker. He has never been named, but you'll get to see him in his Harry Potter shirt here. That's him in the white shirt there.
Oh.
That's him doing his perp walk. And again, very little clip.
Is that red on his shirt blood?
You are correct. You are absolutely correct. That red on his shirt is, in fact, blood.
All right. I might vomit.
It's not a lanyard.
No, not that red.
Yeah.
On the shoulder.
There are some close-up pictures of his shirt available. I didn't pull any of them because, again, I would prefer to not look at the blood. He does, in fact, have blood on his shoulder. So, I mean, he got a good stab up in that eyeball, which, again, I feel like if I'm stabbing, like, how do you do that? It's kind of impressive.
Sadly, this guy was very easy to identify.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Get me.
He ruined my joke. I was going to pull up a picture of Tony from Hack the Movies and say that this is the mug shot of the guy, but it's obviously not him.
Well, I mean, this guy's never been named. Maybe Tony has really changed since 2010.
He's a master of disguise.
Yes. I'm quite impressed, actually. Now, another attendee did actually capture some footage of the aftermath. So again, we don't have any footage of the actual crime itself, but we can see a little bit of what the crowd was like and what kind of chaos was happening at this Comic-Con.
Hall H is actually closed. That's why these people are booing.
You guys thought that the attacker was going to be hard to spot. The one attendee who captured it. It's not the attacker.
It's not? How is it not? What are the odds?
You guys are crazy. All right, so you're going to get to hear the crowd booing here because none of them can go and see Seth Rogen. Everybody's devastated that they can't see Seth Rogen.
Oh, I guess. Oh, he got arrested for something. I don't know. Anyway, something happened. But anyway, Hall H is closed. So, where's Crystal? What's going on here? What happened?
I got arrested.
For what?
I don't know. He was over there in cuffs for a while.
So tell him what happened to Hall H.
Apparently there's a health emergency and Hall H is closed indefinitely.
And so basically the guy...
So again, at this point at the convention, they are not telling anybody who's there that some guy got stabbed in the eye. They're telling all of the attendees, oh, there was just like a health emergency. And so, yeah, you can't go meet Seth Rogen. Sorry. Everybody's probably thinking that somebody like vomited all over the place, right? Like, what do you think of when you think of health emergency?
At NerdCon, there was a nosebleed.
Not an eye bleed.
A nosebleed at the same time.
I bet Seth Rogen was so relieved he didn't have to go out on that stage.
Yeah.
After this happened.
That reporter though, that's bonkers. That you show us that picture of the guy getting arrested. Have you anybody else seen the meme of the reporter? It's like the desk, and he's reporting on some child molester, and it's a police sketch artist rendering of the guy, and it looks just like the anchor.
Like him. Yeah, I've seen that.
That's basically what we just watched.
The guy who was getting walked away in handcuffs, who had blood on his shirt, stabbed somebody in the Hall H in the Resident Evil.
Just like some random person?
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I know.
Oh my.
Let me clarify what she said just there. So she just said this happened during the Resident Evil thing. A Resident Evil panel was finishing up and the Paul panel was coming in. So that was why there was this mad dash to get to the seats, which resulted in the stabbing in the first place. Kind of appropriate to happen right after a Resident Evil thing? I don't know. Less appropriate for Seth Rogen, but whatever.
What happened was that that man stabbed another person in the face with a pin over a seat in the Resident Evil panel at Hall H at Comic-Con.
So that is the wonderful eyeball stabbing of Comic-Con 2010 in San Diego.
Do we get like an update on did the guy lose the eye?
Yes, absolutely. So the guy who got stabbed was rushed to the hospital, and happily he was not permanently blinded, which is great news for him. And I'm sure that he tells the story to his friends sometime. I could not find him talking about it anywhere online. As far as I can tell, neither the attacker nor the victim have ever been named.
Man.
Well, it was probably, knowing the movie Paul, they probably just had the alien go to the hospital and heal him. So it was a win-win. It was free promotion for the movie, and the guy didn't lose his eye, and somehow Seth Rogen still has a career.
Yeah.
He heals Kristen Wiig's eye in that movie.
Yeah. Seth Rogen has also never spoken publicly about this event, which is kind of a shame. I would really like to hear his take on it, but whatever.
When you want people to clear away, you shit your pants. That's the surefire way you get people to get away. You want to share a seat.
You're gonna shit your pants.
Yeah, you just shit your pants, and people will walk away.
They usually will, not always. Anyway, that was our little discussion here of some crazy events that happened at different nerdy conventions. We got to talk about the streamer / porn star breaking her back at TwitchCon, the eye stabbing at Comic-Con, the deaf man plowing through a field of zombies, and the Magic the Gathering card heist. And I thought that this was just such a fun way for us to take a peek at a different side of fan culture that doesn't usually get advertised, because there are usually tons and tons of crazy events and crazy stories and scandals that happen at these sorts of conventions. Of course, I'm sure we all know a lot about the furries and there's more, I guess is what I'm saying. But not for today. Yes. Not fuck fighting. I assume that there is not a fuck fighting convention, although I suppose that I could be wrong about that.
No, there is. We're all around you. I just learned about fuck fighting 10 minutes ago.
No. So that is going to wind us down for tonight's episode of the Edge Files. But I am wondering, I think, Andy, that you have the next episode of the Edge Files. Do we have a plan for that?
I do have. All right, I have two ideas. Maybe I'll just run them by both of you right now. One is Publishers Clearinghouse and the Ed McMahon, Dick Clark connection to with the ripoff version of Publishers Clearinghouse. So that would be a lot of old ladies getting snail mail scammed, which is kind of interesting to me. The other one, when you said you were thinking about doing a video game one, is the the dark side of Roblox. And I don't know how much you guys know about Roblox.
I've heard about this one.
Yeah. Oh, was that you saying that you refused to look it up?
Maybe
That's a little a bridge too far.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done a whole lot of research about that, but a friend of mine was talking about something called Adopt Me, which is a game in Roblox where you could either be a grown version of a person trying to adopt a kid, or you could be the kid that's trying to get adopted. And you can imagine where that could go sideways in a chat room. So maybe Publishers Clearinghouse then. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to cover next week.
I want to hear the Roblox stuff. I just don't want to be the one to read it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. You don't want to be Nick Cage and 8mm regretting that you ever read it about Roblox. Yeah. All right. I'm going to take this back to the drawing board.
We will have information about that on all of our Twitters. So make sure that you are following everybody. Andy, you want to let everybody know where they can find you?
Yes, please go to All Apologies Podcast on YouTube and subscribe and hit the notification bell. We just did an episode with Eric Nagel, the Sex Bagel, about John Cena's Mandarin Chinese apology, and then a lot of Casey Tron, where we watched Ethan Klein reacting to Hassan Piker, reacting to Casey's submission apology. So that's out now. And then on our Patreon, I'm doing bonus content with Nelly, New Girl, and we just did an episode with Husey about the Diddy doc on Netflix. So that's available for $3 on our members only and Patreon. So support the show financially if you could.
And now Luigi has heard the name Hassan Piker 2 times in one episode for the first time ever. So Luigi, you tell us where people can find you.
I don't know why the term Diddy doc just sounds funny. It sounds like a funny word, funny phrase, Diddy doc.
I was promoting our episode as Diddy versus Fiddy.
I like that.
Fun to say too.
Yeah. Check me out, Luigi Greenberg, on YouTube. I have last night we did a impromptu show called "They're Doodly Done." Karmic and Felicia, the breakup, where we started watching the 6-hour stream of Karmic's revelation that they have broken up. We made it 25 minutes in nearly 3 hours. It was so funny and so much fun, and we plan to do a second part this Thursday. Please also check out Hack Ride Studios on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for Unboxing Eric, Unboxing Riley Martin, and Unboxing Bigfoot it is. And this Friday, special guest Pat Dixon will be on Skeptical Robot to discuss the McDonald's hot coffee lawsuit, in which McDonald's ruined the life and lives of 700 people in order to save a couple of dollars.
Jeez.
Thank you.
Great. That's an amazing story.
Hey,
Let's hit a couple more.
Kaylee, what do you got to plug?
Yeah, plug.
I'll plug them after these super chats.
All
I'll
right.
plug you.
That's what Adriana Chechik said.
Yeah, I know. Somebody else.
Was I being reprimanded? I don't know. Rumpled Trenchcoat, a Columbo podcast, $2. I've never seen a Hufflepuff do a quick walk before.
Nerds.
Go for it, Luigi.
X Tom R. Thank you for the $4.99. This one goes out to all the blown out butts out there. Thank you. We thank you. By the way, great show, Lucy. Buona fortuna. I believe that is the guy who said that's a trap in Star Wars.
Say words. I don't know.
We good? Do your plugs that you love to plug.
Okay, yeah, that's so. Yeah, please. Everybody join me on Once Over with Kaylee, Cayley, over on YouTube. I do, and on Patreon. No, there might be some butt stuff on there. Actually, I'm just realizing as I'm saying no butt stuff on my Patreon, but I think that there is.
I think this is the time you tease it.
There are probably 2 butt plug related videos on my Patreon. Anyway, Once Over with Kaylee on YouTube and Patreon. I do movie reviews. I talk about the Dabbleverse on my series, Lucy Does Dabbleverse. I'm very excited to announce, because she just announced it, that Miss Judy will be joining me on December 22nd to talk some lawsuit stuff. So that is going to be wonderful and exciting. And I will be at Hackamania 3. Please come and hang out with all of us there.
Yeah,
it's
I'll
going to
be
be
there
so
too.
very much fun. You can use my promo code CAYLEY Kaylee at hackamania.com to get your tickets. And I hope to see you there. And yeah, we can't wait for the next Edge Files, right?
Right. 2
What's
weeks.
your-
Monday at 7.
Do you have a promo code, Andy?
Yeah, it's COME, your no homo promo code. You save 0% off when you spell come correctly.
Is it-
So come
it's not
come
even
correct.
fuck fights now.
Yeah. Hashtag
fuck
fuck
fights.
fight. Yeah.
Hashtag fuck fights.
I
Anyways,
like that.
thank you guys so much. And thank you guys all for watching and hanging out. And we can't wait for the next one. We'll see you soon. Bye.